Good morning, students. Hope you all are fine. Today, we are going to recap on a political science. Last year, you learned state government. Let's take a one recap on it. Are you remember you learned this? The state government, how the state government function, who is the head, what is the work of the chief minister, their information we learned last year. Today, we are going to take a short recap on it. The first one, federal system. Do you know what is meant by federal system? Federal system is a type of governance. In this system, government works at a two levels. The first is central government and the second is state government. Central government work for a whole country and the state government work for a particular state. Means central government works for a whole India and the state governments work for their state. Maharashtra state government work for the Maharashtra. Karnataka state government works for a Karnataka. Okay, means every state have their own legislature and they work at their state, and one central government is there, it works for a entire country. Okay, are you understood this federal system? Federal system works at a two level. First is a central government and the second is a state government. Then there is a question in your mind that why did the Constitution of India adopted a federal system? Can you guess? Okay, let's take some information about it. Some important reasons are given you in this clip. See this one. Okay, India has a large geographical extent, means from the east to west and south to north, India have a large geographical extent, means more area is covered in the India. That's why Constitution adopted the federal system. The second important reason is there is a diversity in a language, religion, life of people. Due to this, many different problems people face in a different area. So, the large country or the diverse country needed the federal system. That's why we adopted the federal system. And third important reason is it is very hard to govern from a central place. India have a large extent, different people have different problems, and to give a equal chance to the all religion or people from the different places, that's why indian India adopted the federal system. You understood this why the India adopted the federal system? Because the large geographical extent is there, a lot of diversity is there in India, and it is not possible to work or govern the country from a central place. That's why India adopted the federal system, and work is divided into the two parts. The first one is the central government and the second one is the state government. Both work for the development of nation. Okay, like the Indian parliament, here state legislature work. Okay, how the state legislature work? State legislature work like the Indian parliament. Every state have their own legislature, and in that the seven states have their two legislatures. Okay, how many states have two legislature? Seven states have two legislature and the remaining state have one legislature. Okay, then what is mean by MLA? Do you know? The member of legislative assembly is known as the MLA. Okay, do you know who is MLA of your area? Correct. Means everyone of you know who is the head or MLA of your area. Then how it's work, state legislature, their information we will take. Okay. The state legislature is divided into the two parts. The first one is their Vidhan Sabha and the second one is their Vidhan Parishad. Let's take some information about it. See this picture. This is a picture of Vidhan Sabha. Okay. Where it located? Do you know? Correct. Vidhan Sabha is located at Mumbai. We will take some information about this Vidhan Sabha. Vidhan Sabha is a first house. Vidhan Sabha is first house. It has 288 members. Every line you have to know about the Vidhan Sabha. Okay, Vidhan Sabha is the first house. It has the 288 members. If there is a no Anglo-Indian, then governor can appoint a one member into the Vidhan Sabha. Okay. Now, how they elect the people? Some seats are reserved for the tribes, scheduled castes, women. So, from these, they select the people for a particular area. Okay. The tenure of Vidhan Sabha is the 5 years. How many years? Tenure of Vidhan Sabha is 5 years. Okay. Any citizen of India who completed 25 years can contest in an election of Vidhan Sabha. Okay, if you want to become a member of Vidhan Sabha, then what qualities do you need? The basic thing is there. You have to complete your 25 years, then you can contest into the Vidhan Sabha. Okay. Then who is the head of Vidhan Sabha? How it works? The speaker of a Vidhan Sabha is a head of Vidhan Sabha. Okay. From the elected people, the people elect a head of them and he is known as the speaker, and speaker is a head of Vidhan Sabha. Speaker carried out a different work in a Vidhan Sabha. He maintained a discipline into the Vidhan Sabha. He allowed the members to speak. He gives a leave to the Vidhan Sabha members, maintain a discipline. Whatever the regular work is there into the Vidhan Sabha conducted by the speaker. Speaker is a head of Vidhan Sabha. If the people misbehave into the Vidhan Sabha, then the speaker can suspend that member. Okay, means the speaker have a lot of rights into the Vidhan Sabha. He is the head of Vidhan Sabha and he maintained the discipline and carried out the work into the Vidhan Sabha. Okay. Now see this second picture. This is a picture of Vidhan Parishad. Vidhan Parishad is a second house of the legislature of Maharashtra. Okay. Now there are 78 members into the Vidhan Parishad. Okay. The members are elected from the different fields like literature, science, social work, and Vidhan Sabha never dissolved. Then how the members are elected and how the members are retired from this Vidhan Sabha? From the different fields like literature, education, social work, the people elected indirectly into the Vidhan Parishad, and after specific time, means after 2 years, the specific number of the members retire and the same posts are refilled. Okay, the tenure of Vidhan Parishad members is 6 year. Okay, the two different questions are there. Vidhan, what is the tenure of Vidhan Parishad? There is a no tenure of Vidhan Parishad. It is the permanent house. The tenure of the Vidhan Parishad members is a 6 year. After every 2 years, certain number of the people, certain number of the members retire and the same posts are refilled. Okay, and the chairman is the head of Vidhan Parishad. Understood this Vidhan Sabha and the Vidhan Parishad? Okay. Now, regarding to the Vidhan Sabha and the Vidhan Parishad, the three sessions are there in a year. The first one is a monsoon session, second one is their winter session, and the third one is their budget session. Here, monsoon session and the budget session conducted into the Mumbai, and the winter session conducted into the Nagpur. Okay, that also you have to know which session were conducted. How many sessions are there? Three sessions are there. The first one, hmm, monsoon session, second one winter session, and the third one is budget session. In that monsoon and the budget session conducted into the Mumbai, whereas the winter session conducted into the Nagpur. Okay. Now, who is the executives of Maharashtra? Who works there? Their information we will learn. The two main executives are there into the Vidhan Sabha. First one is the governor, and the second one is CM and their council of ministers. CM means chief minister. Okay, let's take some information about it. The first one, governor. The governor is a head of state. He is appointed by the president. Who appointed the governor? The president appointed the governor. Governor appoints a important post in a state. Many important posts are there. That posts are appointed by the governor with the sign of governor. So he is the head of the state. Governor have rights to call the sessions of Vidhan Sabha and to dissolve. Means that rights have to the governor to summons the Vidhan Sabha and dissolve it. At the time of emergency, governor works as the head of the state. Governor have a lot of rights. With the sign of governor, we can make the different laws. Whatever the laws are passed by the Vidhan Sabha and the Vidhan Parishad, they need a sign of governor as a head of the Vidhan Sabha and the Vidhan Parishad. Okay. Who is the head of the state? Governor is the head of state. Its sign is important. Whatever the laws are made into the legislatures. The second one, chief minister and council of minister. The leader of majority party in a legislature become the CM. Sometimes there is a no majority into the political parties. That time they many political parties come together and they made a alliance. Then the head of alliance become the chief minister. Chief minister is a head of the executives. He appoints the council of minister. Who is the head of the executives? Here the chief minister is the head of the council of minister. He appointed these minister. Do you know who is the governor and chief minister of Maharashtra? Hmm? See these two pictures. The first picture is there of governor. Who is he? Do you know? The Bhagat Singh Koshari is a governor of Maharashtra. The first picture is of Bhagat Singh Koshari, and the second picture is there Uddhav Thackeray, Chief Minister of Maharashtra. Okay, who is the Chief Minister of Maharashtra? Uddhav Thackeray. And who is the Governor of Maharashtra? Bhagat Singh Koshari. Okay. Now learn some information about the CM. CM is the head of the Council of Ministers. He appointed the Council of Ministers. Then what the function of the Chief Minister? Their information we will learn. CM works as a head of the state, he have to perform many duties. His important duties or work we will learn now. The first one is their creation of state executive. The main and the important work of chief minister is there to the creation of a state executive. The CM appoints the council of minister. Who appoints the council of minister? CM appoints the council of minister. It is very hard work. You think it is very easy? We have to appoint the minister? No, it is very hard. From the different religion, language, caste, tribe, he have to choose some people into his council of ministers. Means he have to select some people from different language, different religion, different parties, different caste, tribes, women's. He have to give a equal chance to all. That's why it is very hard work to do. Okay, it is one of the important work of the chief minister to creation of the executives. Okay, the second important work is their distribution of portfolios. Portfolios means work. As he appointed the minister, he have to divide work among the minister. When he distribute the work, he have to consider their experience, their knowledge, their administrative skill, as well as the parties, the importance into the political parties. All these things he have to check, and afterwards he have to distribute the work among them. Okay, the third important work of the chief minister is their coordination between ministers. Now the many work lies into the different ministries. That's why he have to keep the coordination between the different departments. Okay, one scheme started in a one department, then another department will start the another scheme, and sometimes it's overlap. That's why he have to make a coordination between all the departments. That's why the work go very smoothly. Okay, now the last important work of the chief minister is there the leader of a state. CM leads the state. He is the leader. People look at him as a problem solver of a state. Many natural calamities are there, some problems are there in a state, then people look towards the CM that he solved the problem of them. That's why the skillful leader required on the post of CM. It is very important post, and if the person is very skillful, he can solve the problems of a particular state. Okay, hope you understood the government of Maharashtra. Understood? Yes or no? Okay, means you understood this. We took a short recap on this. Already you learned these things in a last year, means in a 8th standard. This year we are going to learn the remaining parts in the state government, the functions of CM, how its work, how the political parties are there, how they made the alliance, what is their symbols, how many parties are there in Maharashtra. Their information we are going to learn in this year. Okay, now do one homework. If you understood this lesson, this chapter of the state government, then write a short note on the governor on a page. Okay, we will meet in a next period. Thank you.